our education about creative music and jazz music from WORT. And so we just want to let them know how much we appreciate them. Thank you so much. So hey, wow, yeah. Anybody at the rally the other night?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How many of you were at the rally?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was probably a cool place to be. Probably a necessary place to be. I feel that, whenever I have an opportunity to say anything these days, I think it's very important to mention that as a community, we really have to maintain our cohesiveness and our common forward thinking about things, because there's so many things out here that diminish what we're about. The arts are now, kind of going through some things. I mean, this cat went and made himself the head. You dig? Does he play the bassoon? Does he? And so, it's just important for us to maintain these bastions of creativity, because I don't think that we're going to be able to depend upon those sources that control things. We have to exercise some self-determination, and that's. I'm hoping that everybody in this room is of the same mind. Yeah, so, man, the last time I saw Benny here, well, he just brought such great energy to the room, and tonight is no exception. Those of you who were here for the first show know, and so it's just a pleasure to have him here in Madison. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the great Benny Benack III and Benny Benack Quartet.
Here you go, guys.
We were fighting over a big bag of cheese curds back there. I'm sorry, these guys have never had cheese curds before. We're blowing their minds back there, ladies and gentlemen. One, two, three, four. Thank you for coming out to the late set here, ladies and gentlemen, on a Monday night. This is the title track from my new album, debut single that just came out. A little bit of Golden Boy, Charles Strauss, Sammy Davis Jr. This is the life. Here's where the living is. This is the life. Oh, baby, you're there. This is the life. Oh, I think you've waited long enough, girl. You've arrived. Breathe in that air. Wine and perfume, silver and candlelight. Children make way. I'm here to stay. Nothing but last. Well, that's how it's gonna be. This is the Wisconsin. This is the life. Thank you very much. Now, you're joining a party in progress, second set. I know some of you stuck around from the first set, and it was really a spirited affair. I'm so thrilled to be back here at Cafe Coda, but also this time with some special musicians in tow. This is the first time I've been able to come to town with my band all the way from New York City with me, and we are in the midst, sort of the stretch run now, of a 3-week tour from the Midwest Jazz Collective. We've been connecting, I think it's like 15 gigs or something like that. And then on top of that, we've been doing about a half dozen school residencies, workshops. We're going to Wisconsin Stevens Point tomorrow afternoon, I think. And we're just having a blast. This has been, truly, this is the life. I mean, I made that the title of the next album and the title track because I really feel like, quite frankly, for me anyways, I feel like I am living the dream. I get to be on the road with these guys, just playing swinging music, supremely swinging music. These guys are swinging. Come on, give it up. So we'll be playing some music from the new record for you, but we're also, for the second set, you know, the loose set, everybody they did pretty strong pours over there at the bar, so we had some tall glasses of wine back there. That might have been why we were a little late coming out. I think we had to finish up our drinks, but we decided we're going to throw a couple curveballs at you and do a couple standards, and this is one that we were listening to on the van from Minneapolis this afternoon. And actually, I learned this song in high school because my junior year, I was cast as the Gene Kelly role in Singing in the Rain. So, I was one of the, I wasn't the actual captain of the baseball team, but spiritually everyone knew I was the leader, okay? So I would play junior varsity baseball, and the auditions for the musical were the same time as the tryouts for baseball. And so I was worried that I was gonna get cut from the baseball team, but the woman that played my love interest, you are my shining star in the movie, she was the daughter of the baseball coach. So he was also my guidance counselor. So I knew I was good. So of course I didn't go to baseball tryouts. I just went to musical auditions, got cast as the lead, and then they just installed me on the team. I didn't even have to try out, and I didn't really see the field too much that year. I think the one time they called me into a game, I was literally asleep on the bench, and I missed it, and I didn't come out. But I learned this song. It's in the stage production of Singing in the Rain. I'm not sure it's in the film, but in the musical, this one was included, and it's a beautiful jazz standard entitled "You Stepped Out of a Dream." Stepped out of a dream. You are too wonderful to be what you seem. Could there be eyes like yours? Could there be lips like yours? Could there be arms like yours? Honest and truly, you stepped out of a crowd. I want to take you away from the crowd and have you all to myself, alone and apart, out of a dream, into my heart. Oh, you stepped out of a dream and you walked into my heart, and now I only think of you, my dear. all to myself, alone and apart, out of a dream. Oh, out of a dream. Oh, I want to have you by myself, and I will not share with no one. No, 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 no. Oh, la 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 la. Oh, la 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 la. Me say, me say, me say, me say, me say, me say, ba 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 ba. All alone to myself, out of my heart, out of a dream, without alone in a barn and out of I think I still remember my double time step here, you know, I still got it. You can't tell, but it's perfect, okay? It's just, this is, I don't have the right soles on my shoes. Well, we are gonna go sort of back to our script here and do one of the tunes I recorded on my upcoming brand new album. So we recorded, actually we had some friends that saw me in Mackinac Island over Labor Day weekend last year. And just prior to that, we were out at the Blue Llama in Ann Arbor, which is actually the first club of this tour. Now it feels like I was like a year ago, but I guess it was a couple weekends ago. And we recorded a live quartet album, and Joe's playing with me on the drums. And this was a tune that started off, it's Rodgers and Hart, it's a songbook standard, Sinatra, everybody did it. And then it was a big hit for the Flamingos in the doo-wop era. But I'm very partial to the version on Three Blind Mice by Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers because Freddie Hubbard is playing trumpet, and it is such a vehicle for him as a ballad. And it's just one of my favorite trumpet solos of all time. So I knew I wanted to record it, and we are going to do it for you now. This is our version from the upcoming record of Blue Moon. Yes, I know. Me too. And it's a real treat because you're going to get Tyler Henderson playing some solo piano up there. Come on, Tyler. You've got the blue tie on and the blue shirt. Blue shoes, I think, too. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone in this room, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, you knew just what I was there for. You heard me saying a prayer for someone I really could care for. And then there suddenly appeared before me the only one my little arms could hold. And I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the gloom had gone and turned to gold. Blue moon, now I know that I'm alone in this world, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own, without a love, without a love. the only one my arms could ever hold. And then I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had gone and turned to gold. Now I'm no longer alone. Schwab, schwab. Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own, without a love. Applause going for these guys. My gosh, my gosh. Well, I know some of you were here with us on the first set, but in case you're just joining us, this is sort of a special affair because I got the whole band with me from New York. We're in the midst of this Midwest Jazz Collective tour. We're playing all these clubs, and I'm able to bring these guys out. And I remember I was the intrepid one, like Paul Revere, out by myself, just gallivanting around the country and coming to play clubs like this. And when I've been to Cafe Coda before, I've had some wonderful local musicians play with me. And I enjoy meeting musicians along the way very much. There's so much great talent in this region already. But it's fun for me too because I'm not the young guy in the band anymore. And now, you know, when I was 22, I was on the road with musicians like Ulysses Owens Jr., a drummer who was playing with Christian McBride's trio at that time, and he was the one taking me and his band around the country. And those moments were just, the experience of that was absolutely indelible. And part of jazz is all about paying it forward. So much of what we're doing on this tour is designed around education workshops. And we even have some faculty from the Cool School hanging out. That's the Saturday morning program that they do for young students here. That's what it's all about. And I really, you know, I think back to like Miles Davis, and Miles was always refreshing his band with younger musicians, and it kept him young, and it kept him hip, and it kept him, you know, in touch with, his ear was to the ground with what was going on with the music. And I host a lot of jam sessions in New York City, which is sort of our, you know, town hall. We don't really use LinkedIn as a jazz musician. You gotta go out to jam sessions and play and hang out, and that's really how you network and become a part of the community. And these guys over here in the band, these young cats, they are doing precisely what Joe and I were doing 10 years ago, which is saying yes to every gig you can in New York City, even if you gotta like bring the bass to Brooklyn, you know, on the subway, and it's a 4-hour gig and you get no breaks and you don't get food and you get one drink ticket and it's, you know, $40 from midnight to 4 a.m. Yes or no? And they say yes, because you got to get those reps in. You got to get that valuable time. But it's even more fun to be able to take these guys out on the road and bring them out here to the Midwest and give them some of that experience, because I can tell you, when we're all in school dreaming about what we want to do, this kind of tour is, at least for me, is really what it was all about. So I'm thrilled to be able to have these guys in the band. And on the piano this evening, just absolutely tearing it up. He's got his own trio album on the way. He's working with every great vocalist in New York, and he is truly one of the great pianists of his generation, Mr. Tyler Henderson. On the drums, the old man, Mr. Joe Perry. You know, we're the 30-somethings now. We got old, Joe. We got old. There's going to be a little pepper and salt coming in on that beard, Joe, I think. But your hairline's good, so when it just matures and you get the silver in there, it's going to look real nice, I think. And Joe and I have been best friends for a very long time, one of my oldest musical compatriots. And nowadays he spends quite a good bit of time in Europe. His wife is from Finland. They just finished up a big tour there, headlining a bunch of clubs and festivals. And we had somebody that was here from New Jersey. I don't know if you talked to that guy on the break. I said Mawa, and he was like, oh yeah, up 71 right over there, Mawa, yes. So Joe is the pride of Mawa, New Jersey. And we love having him in the band, having him on the road. He jumped in straight from Europe and came in for the stretch run of the tour. Like the last drummer flew out to Tokyo to play the Blue Note, and he got the easy part of the tour where we had like 4 days off in an Airbnb in Indianapolis and we just cooked steaks and played basketball, you know? Joe comes in and it's like 7 gigs in 7 towns in 7 days, and he just hit the ground running. We love him. That's Mr. Joe Perry. And I saved the best for last because we're going to feature him on this next number, our precocious young bassist, the baby boy of the band. And I say that with such, I relish saying that because everybody used to call me the baby. So now I get to call somebody else the baby. But this cat plays well beyond his years. You're hearing him. He is currently finishing up his studies at William Patterson in New Jersey, which is helmed by the great Bill Charlap. And the incredible bassist David Wong is his teacher there. He also was at my and Joe's alma mater, the Manhattan School of Music. He studied with Buster Williams and Ron Carter there. So clearly some of the tutelage has rubbed off. And Caleb is also, I'm telling you, if there's 30 days in the month, he has 35 gigs in New York City. This guy is a workaholic, and when you play the bass like that, you're always going to have a gig. And so I wanted to feature him a little bit. And I don't even know what we're going to do, Caleb. It's your choice. You have the floor. He's going to filibuster for the rest of the set. Right? He's going to Cory Booker, solo bass. Surprise! Surprise! 26 hours of solo bass. No, what do you want to play? What features you best? Maybe if I know it. Yeah, I think I will. I could sing it. What? I'm Confessing That I Love You, Louis Armstrong. I think I do that one. I think I do. I do it in A flat, I believe. Is that what you were going to do? Okay, yeah, sure. Good answer. Good answer, young man. Here we go. Yeah, I'm confessing. Let's do that. Like a what? A medium. Sounds good, yeah. A grande at Starbucks. Let's do it. See, he's so used to me telling him what to do. He wants to make sure that everything is fine. You're the leader of this one, Caleb. You count us in. Somebody might want to answer that before the song starts. I'm confessing that I love you. Tell me, do you love me too? I'm confessing that I need you. Honest, I do. Need you every moment. In your eyes I read such strange things, but your lips deny they're true. Will your answer really change things? Oh, making me blue. Bob DeBoo, I'm afraid someday you'll leave me, saying, darling, can't we be friends? If you go, you know you're gonna grieve me. All in life one depends. Am I sure that you love me? Dreaming dreams of you in vain. I'm confessing that I love you over and over again. you know you're gonna greet me. All in life on you depends. Am I guessing that you love me? Dreaming dreams of you in vain. I'm confessing that I love you over again. Oh, show do 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 da da da. Show do 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 da da. So do 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 beep beep oh do 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 be oh. So do 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 so I'm confessing that I love you over and over again. Ooh yeah. Caleb Tobacco. Shabba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh! Keep it going for Caleb Tobacco. Okay, I'm gonna invite this fabulous trio to play another one of their fine arrangements for you. These guys have been cooking all tour, and since I just kind of had a little gratuitous, little bit of everything on that number, I think I should cede the stage to this marvelous trio. They're gonna play one together for you now. Ladies and gentlemen, interrupting Caleb's filibuster right now in support, Mr. Tyler Henderson. He'd like to address the floor. The gentleman from New York has the floor.
I'm gonna sing one actually. So I'll tell. So I'm not a singer, but because this is the late set, I figured I'd sing one. Oh yeah, thank you. Wow, you're clapping. Wait a minute, you won't be clapping anymore. Okay, in a couple minutes once you hear me. But no, last night at Crooners in Minneapolis, Benny, for the encore, he just said, "Tyler, why don't you sing one?" And I said, "Benny, I've never ever sang one in front of anyone, ever." But it ended up being really fun and quite funny. And Benny was like, "Wow, that was great. You know, you should add that to your repertoire." So I figured now that it's the late set and we're all kind of hanging out, we had some drinks, I figured I might sing one just to get a little practice in. I'm singing on my gigs, so is that okay? You guys be my guinea pigs?
Come on, baby!
And last night I sang a very fun romantic song, but I think I'm going to sing a sadder song right now and just get to the intimate side of things, if that's okay. Sure. But this is really just practice for my voice, okay? I'm sorry.
Hit me.
Okay, operating the mic stand is harder than...
Hey, don't get used to it. Elton John used to start
Right, I'm just as good as Elton John. If you don't listen to me, I'm just as good as Elton Okay, I'm going to do a beautiful tune called This Is No Laughing Matter. This is no laughing matter. Somehow I want to cry. This is no time for pretty patter while you break my heart. This is no laughing matter. Somehow I want to cry. Why don't you come and tell me, darling, this is not our last goodbye? What of all the moonbeams shared together? beyond the garden wall. Love can always have that perfect weather. A little rain must fall slow. Think of the dreams you'd shatter if you would say goodbye. Da, 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 da. This is no laughing matter, darling. Why I want to cry.
That's a beautiful tune. Who wrote that? Bud Powell sang it? Oh. Wow. Well, that was something else, Tyler. I think I created a monster last night, ladies and gentlemen. Jeez, I'll be out of the gig. Well, hey, we're gonna keep this party going because I mentioned at the end of the first set, I said all of my gigs inadvertently become jam sessions, even when they're not advertised as such. And that is always the spirit of this music. I've had my mentors, my heroes. You know, I would go and shadow around Sean Jones growing up in Pittsburgh, the great trumpeter. He was living there teaching at Duquesne at the time. And every gig that he played, as soon as I had my learner's permit, I was driving downtown to see him play. And he would always get me up on stage, and he'd always just totally kick my ass. But I grew so much from that. And then I moved to New York, and I would go see John Faddis play. And he would call me up on stage at Jazz Lincoln Center and play, you know, Flight of the Bumblebee at like 600 beats per minute and just play it 3 octaves higher than me and just emasculate me in front of everyone. And it was humiliating and terrible, but I'm sure there was a good lesson in there somewhere as well. And it's always the spirit of this music to continue and pass things on. A lot of great mentors did that for me. So I opened up the floor at the last set on our closer, Benny's from Heaven. I said, does anyone want to come play? And like I caught everybody off guard. Nobody was ready. So we had a saxophonist that was there on the first set, and he came to the set break, and he was like, hey man, are you really going to have like a jam kind of tune? Because I'll run back to my house, I'll drive back and get my horn, and come back and play. I want to play with you guys. And I said, heck yeah, we're going to do it. So we got this cat coming up to play some sax. And then we actually have one of the faculty of the Cool School that's here on Saturday mornings, teaching with Hannah and molding young minds. And he is himself a young mind. I mean, I thought Caleb and Tyler were young. They're like 22, 23. This cat's 18, and he's a singer and a pianist. Maybe the next Tyler Henderson one day. You never know, you know? You never know. So we're gonna get him up here. He's gonna sing one. And we got the saxophonist. I forgot his name already. I'm sorry, but he's going to join us, I think. Did you go get your saxophone? Is he here? Come on up. Come on to the stage. Oh, it's already ready. Here we go. See, this is what you get on the late set, folks. You get Tyler Henderson singing. What number are you going to do here? Almost like being in love. What do you know about love?
Not that much.
No, me neither. Me neither. Trust me. Trust me. From jazz. Here we go.
A flat.
A flat.
Yeah. No idea.
E low.
Just relive this yourself. One piano intro.
What a day this has been. It's almost like being in love. There's a smile on my face for the whole human race. Why, it's almost like being in love. All the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. From the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I would swear I was falling. I could swear I was falling. Why, it's almost like being in love. Ba 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 do I shaka ba ba do ya ba 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 do ba do ba do ba ba we do be do ba do ba ba do ba ba. it for Mac Earlywine on the vocals, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah! Hey, we're going to give you one quick one. Stay up here with us, man. We're going to close things out with a little bit of the theme, a little rhythm changes. Thank you guys for coming out and supporting this wonderful venture with the Midwest Jazz Collective. We were having a great chat on the set break with Hannah, and you know, there is so much demand for audiences that want to see artists be in their market and come play, and also for venues like this. I mean, he was saying to me, he's like, when you boys go back to New York, tell everybody we're out here. Let them know. And believe me, everybody in New York wants a gig. Trust me, they would love. They will be hammering your inbox, man. Trust me. And it's really, really great that we can have some fellowship with these musicians. And so you're on the faculty at the Cool School on Saturday mornings too. So you mean to tell me you wake up early on Saturday mornings, the day you're supposed to sleep in?
I got a 40-minute commute, man.
40-minute commute. God bless. God bless. Well, you are a saint. You are a saint. And you guys, the diehards here on the second set, thank you for coming. For those of you that stuck around, thanks for joining us for the whole party. We're off to Stevens Point tomorrow. We got a couple more Wisconsin gigs. We close up in Chicago on Thursday, but I promise you guys, I want to come back out here again and again. Hope to be here soon. It was such a fun night tonight. Thank you. And some folks from the first set, I ran out of my CDs on the first set, but I have like 10 more in the hotel room. So if anyone wants to go to the Hotel Indigo after this, maybe for a little nightcap in the lobby, I got a few more CDs over there. Otherwise, we'll get you the new CD that's coming out in June. So by the next time I'm here, I'll have that. So we're going to give you guys a little bit of rhythm changes to call it a night. You hold this. for Joe Perry, Caleb DeBachman, Tyler Henderson. These great cats for sitting and joining us. Cheers. Thank you for having me. Kevin, Coda, we love you, ladies and gentlemen. We love you, Madison. Thank you very much and good night. Well, swinging is our business. Swinging is what we'll do. We're going to be back here in Madison real soon to swing again for you. Shut up, I'm all Bob. Shut up, but I'm hell, Bob. Shut up, but I'm hell, Bob. Shut up, but I'm hell, Bob. You bear in mind. Ba-ba-ba-ba! Ow!
Benny Benack! Thank you, gentlemen. Birthday wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. Benny Benack Quartet. Always a great man, man. Yeah, I know. I'd like to thank the collective for all of your support, making this happen. I'd like to thank WORT and Hotel Indigo. And I'd like to thank all of my staff here, and we'd like to thank this wonderful community for your support. Thank you so much. We couldn't do it without you. God bless you.